Chase Lehocky here with the Blue Futon. Let's talk about the Oscar predictions for October. What changed? What can I do on Gold Derby now? Let's find out. And I did make some changes. I promise I did. So let's just jump into it. And I have my little, this is sponsored by Microsoft Surface. Get yours today. Actually, it's not, but let's do it. So for the picture, I had the 10 up there. Did it change? It did not change. Wait, did I go the right way? Do I want to go left or right? I don't know. We're just going to figure it out the way we go. Anyway, I still have Fableman, Everything All at Once, Women Talking, The Banshees of Inisherin, Babylon, Tar, Top Gun, Whale, All Quiet on the Western Front, and Black Panther Wakanda Forever on the top 10. They did not change. However, she said Avatar is moving up in the ranks, which she said I could understand it going up because you have The Post, you have Spotlight, getting in the top 10. It is a Hollywood movie about Harvey Weinstein, but I haven't heard any great stuff really about it. Like, it's an okay movie, nothing more, nothing less. But there is going to be weird ones that are going to show up. For example, like last year, Nightmare Alley. There are going to be some odd ones that are not going to show up and what are going to show up. Like, everyone thought Boom Boom Tick. Yeah, Tick Tick Boom. Ha. The opposite way was going to show up, but it never did. So there are going to be some interesting ones that will show up. And between, Avatar and All Quiet on the Western Front, you have The Woman King. I just don't see that at all. Triangle of Sadness, that kind of dropped in my opinion. Elvis, I don't see it either. Empire Light, that dropped. And Glass Onion. The biggest drop has been The Sun. I think that's done, not coming into it. Now I'm looking down the line of what other stuff can be in it. I just don't see it. But I'm still liking Black Panther over Avatar. I rewatched the Avatar trailer, and it just doesn't hit me as I thought it would. Because I think it might just be too much of a rehash in the first one. But that doesn't mean it's going to win some Oscars, because it will. So overall, I did change some of the order, and you will see it on my left to right of what changed. Like, I did put Top Gun a little bit up. I took Babylon out of the top position. I did put Fableman up there, even though I kind of don't want Fableman to win because that is such a Hollywood movie that it's just like, I wish it would be something more different. Anyway, let's go to director. And did anything change? Let's look. Nope. Something did change. I did something a little bit crazy last time. I had Baz Luhrmann for Elvis. I took him out, and I did put Todd Fields for Tar. Even though that is a safe bet, I still feel like Steven Spielberg, Sarah Polley, Daniels, Damien Chazelle, and Todd Fields are the safe bets, and that's why they're up there. I did change the order. I did put Sarah Polley instead of Steven Spielberg at number 1. I feel like she has a better chance with the themes in the film and just the overall, film in general. Even though people don't like the coloring of it, I still think it has a better chance of winning the director spot than Steven Spielberg. So down the line, you have Martin McDonagh for that's wrong, for Banshees of Inisherin. That could happen. Then it's James Cameron for Avatar, and then Gina Prince by the Wood for The Woman King. I just don't see that happening. I could see Park Chan-wook for Decision to Leave because there's always a director spot that does go batshit crazy each year. So even though I was safe with the top 5, I could see that changing drastically. I could kind of see Todd Fields be the one that gets kicked out, and then Park Chan-wook would be the one that swoops in. But I could be completely wrong, and maybe it's All Quiet on the Western Front, but like I said, the director one, there's always a weird one. It wasn't it 3 years ago with the Cold War, the Poland movie getting in for director? So be forewarned, something will happen different for directors. All right, let's go to actress. Did anything change on actress? It did. Something did change. So I'm sorry I took out Naomi Ackie for I Want to Dance with Somebody, and I did put Daniel Day-Lewis in for Till. I bumped her up when she was 18-1, and I put her in second place. To me, it's Cate Blanchett and Daniel Day-Lewis, in my opinion. I'm seeing Till this weekend, so we'll see how that goes. I have dropped Margot Robbie to 5, Michelle Redmond Williams 4, and Michelle Yeoh 3. Can anything change out of those top 5? It's really hard for me to say yes. People are saying Viola Davis for Women King. I disagree. Like I said, I feel like Margot Robbie will do more stuff, more like happy, sad craziness. Viola Davis more just serious in that whole film, which she's supposed to be, but I just feel like more range happened with Margot Robbie. So I do think this top 5 is pretty safe in my opinion. So let's go to actor. Did I change anything in actor? I did. Sorry, Hugh Jackman, you are officially out. Tom Cruise, you are in. I'm sorry. Just the hype of Top Gun Maverick. It just came out on Blu-ray. It's going to stay in the top ranking for Blu-ray 4K for quite some time. But I'm still having Brandon Fraser number 1. I do think Colin Farrell is now number 2. Austin Butler 3. Bill Knightley 4. Tom Cruise 5. If I can see one of them leaving, it's actually Bill Knightley. He is the one where I could see leaving. However, what can change? I am shocked Song Kang-ho for Broker is still high up in there. After Sun Paul Mescal has bumped up because of the Gotham Awards. Will Smith for Emancipation is also jumping up. People saying Jeremy Pope for The Inspection. I just don't see it. Diego Cava for Babylon. He's new in there, so we can see what happens. But I do think Hugh Jackman is officially out. Tom Cruise in. I don't know. I truly don't know. There's a lot of 100 to 1s in this category, so it's really hard to say. All right, supporting actress. Did anything change in this one? It did not. It is still Jessie Buckley, Claire Foy, Hong Carrie Condon, and Stephanie Hsu. I'm horrible with names. I don't even know how to really pronounce my last name, so it sucks to suck. This is pretty safe, even though I feel like Stephanie and Hong from The Well and Everything All at Once are the questionable ones in my opinion. But when looking at the list, Nina Hoss for Tar can jump in there now, which that might go in my top 5. And if I had to take one out, it is Everything Everywhere All at Once. Jean Smart and Babylon is still up in there, but not a lot of people have seen Babylon. Carey Mulligan for She Said, but her performance is a little, normal. And then Jamie Lee Curtis for Everything Everywhere All at Once is up in there as well. But when looking at this, and people are saying Angela Bassett could be in there, we would have to see the movie, honestly. But this one is pretty safe, in my opinion. Supporting actor. Let's see what we have in here. I did not change anything. I still have Paul Dano, Ki Hwa Kwan, Ben Winshaw, Brad Pitt, and Jude Hirsch. People are saying Brendan Gleeson. He is now number 2 in Gold Derby. So I could change him, but I still want to watch that movie because people are saying that his performance isn't anything special. So it's very interesting. Brian Tyree Henry has bumped up for Causeway. Barry Keoghan, he's bumped up pretty significant. Brad Pitt has dropped down. Eddie Redmayne has jumped up. Michael Ward has jumped down. But I'm still putting Brad Pitt in there. I feel like he does have a significant chance. And if he feels like he does have a crazy performance, kind of like Leonardo DiCaprio in Wolf of Wall Street type of performance. So why wouldn't I do it? So even though I have Paul Dano at number 1, maybe that's just me wishful thinking that he should get an acting nomination. All right, adapted screenplay. Did anything change? I don't think nothing's changing. So that is a nay sayer. I'm still saying Women Talking is going to win. Bar none. She's gaining the Oscar. Then we have Whale, Glass Onion, She Said, White Noise, even though I have a Glass Onion at number 5, because I still feel like The Knives Out is still an overrated series, in my opinion. Living, Sun, and Top Gun are the next 3 in line. I just don't see it. Original screenplay. Did anything change? Cha-cha-cha. No. It's still everything. Fabelmans, Banshees, Tar, Babylon. I do think Everything Everywhere should win that one, just how unique with The Rock and everything like that. So that is why I'm going with that one to stay number 1. I still have Babylon at 2, and then Fabelman, Tar, and Banshees. Actually, Banshees could probably move up, but this is not about winning. This is just odds of getting in. Then we have Triangle of Sadness, Decision to Leave, and Cha-Cha Real Smooth. Nah, I don't see it. Cinematography, new category. So this one, I am doing a little bit different from the top 5 because according to Gold Derby, the top 5 is Fableman, Top Gun, Babylon, Avatar, Empire of Light. While I'm going with the top 4, I'm changing Empire of Light to All Quiet on the Western Front. I think that one has a shot to get in, not Empire of Light. I feel like Empire of Light has gone downhill and it won't get any Oscar nominations, in my opinion. Fableman, sure, but to me, what I've seen, the cinematography is anything that great, so I don't see that winning, even though I have it at number 1. That's just for getting in. For winning, I would have something else. Top Gun, Avatar, of course, those two should get it. Babylon, I'm just going off the trailer, and it looks pretty spectacular. And All Quiet on the Western Front, with me watching what I've seen on Netflix, absolutely. I can see the Banshees getting it, and I can see Black Panther and the Batman. Because just looking at the trailer for Black Panther, it does look freaking spectacular with the shorelines, Angela Bassett on the, sands. You can't go wrong with those scenes. So, can this change? Absolutely. To me, the Fableman can get dropped out. That's the one that can fall off, in my opinions. Costume design. What do we have here? Black Panther, Elvis, Babylon. And I'm going with something different. I like going crazy. Then I have everything, everywhere, all at once. And Miss Harris Goes to Paris. Those are my top 5. According to Gold Derby, it's Black Panther, Elvis, Babylon, Woman King, and Fablemans. Here's the thing. The Woman King is fine. The costumes look okay. But when you look at that versus Black Panther's costumes just look so much better. They just look popping. They look crazy. They look more different. They look fun. They look diverse. I know that sounds weird, but you just have the different color schemes. It's just more eye-popping for Black Panther. And you can't go wrong. It won the Oscars in 2018. Was it 2018? Yes. Elvis looks fantastic. No issue with that. Babylon, old school Hollywood. You can't go wrong with that. Everything, everywhere, all at once. The craziness of everyone wearing something different, I think is fun and unique, and it has a chance to gain it. And I saw Miss Harris Goes to Paris. The costumes are freaking gorgeous. You cannot say no to that. So that is why those are with my top 5. That is probably my craziest one. Film editing. Pow, pow, pow. We are going with Top Gun, Everything Everywhere. Those two have to be the top 2. Like, there's nothing else. There is nothing else, in my opinion. I mean, this one I did kind of go safe with Fableman's, Babylon, and Elvis. Elvis editing is phenomenal, and I think I would put that as number 3 in my opinion. Fableman's, Babylon are 4 and 5 just because I haven't seen them. And when you look at Gold Derby, you have Women Talking, Glass Onion, and Avatar, and Banshees. People haven't seen that. I just don't see a Banshees getting it. Glass Onions, I don't see it. Women Talking, I could see maybe I want to dance with somebody hopping in there. Maybe Black Panther. Maybe, All Quiet on the Western Front. And maybe Avatar. But I feel like film editing is kind of the safe category. So it was hard for me to choose anything out of the top 5. Production design, pow, pow, pow. Black Panther number 1. Like I said, just with the costumes, it looks fantastic. And it won the Oscar. So it's hard for me not to put it number 1. Babylon, going by the trailer, 1930s Hollywood, it's going to get it. Look at that Mank movie. It's going to happen. And Mank wasn't supposed to win the Oscar, and it did. So watch out for that one. The Fableman, old school. I mean, why not for that one? Avatar, it won the Oscar for when that was out in 2008. Why wouldn't you put it in there? And same with Elvis. Even though there was a lot of CGI, the production design was pretty fantastic. Next on the list is All Quiet on the Western Front, Glass Onion, and Everything Everywhere All at Once, and then Batman. Last year you had The Power of the Dog getting production design, and that probably shouldn't have gotten it. So, is there going to be some shockers? There could be. Maybe Glass Onion could pop in there, All Quiet, but other than that, I just don't see it. 2 more. Score. Pow, pow, pow. It's hard for me to go different on this one. It has Fableman for Gold Derby, Women Talking, Babylon, Banshees, and Black Panther. But here's the thing. I do have Black Panther as number 1 of getting that Oscar. I just feel like then number 2, I have Babylon. That trailer is absolutely popping with that score. So to me, it is Black Panther and Babylon are in there. Pinocchio can get in there, but I haven't heard the score yet. And if one gets out, maybe the Banshees. Like I said, I haven't seen the Banshees yet, and I really want to see it. But other than that, I this might be another safe category. But what do I know? Honestly, what do I know? Last animated feature, and this was a hard one for me to choose. But I went Pinocchio, Turning Red, My Father's Dragon, Marcel with the Shell with Shoes On, and Strange World last. The problem with Strange World, I just don't feel comfortable with it because there's no hype for it. Where have the trailers gone? I wouldn't be surprised if it drops on Disney Plus. And I was thinking Turning Red at the beginning of the year was a fine movie, but seeing what Disney has turned out with this Lightyear, and then that's it. Really, yeah, Turning Red is a vastly superior movie, and it is actually one where I go back thinking is a lot better than I remember. So things change. But I just don't see Strange World being number 3. Yeah, it looks crazy and it looks different, but can Wendell and Wild make it? Even though people are saying it's kind of an inconsistent movie, I still haven't seen it. Then you have Bad Guys, kind of the surprise hit. Sea Beast, surprise hit. I heard Luck is not good, so I don't know why it's there. Puss in Boots, maybe it does look fun, but this might be another weak category of the year, unless you have like NUO get in there. Maybe you have Deer King, Paws of Fury. That's a hell to the nah. But other than that, those are the Oscar predictions for October. Some changes, some interesting choices, but let's see what happens. Yeah, it's going to be a weird one. We'll see what happens, though. Cheese Talk with the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. Know what you think of Futontopia. You Futons, have a great day. That was so disgusting. So disgusting. Just shut up, Chase. No one wants to hear you talk no more. Just stop.